Hey everyone, it's Zach Beck. Today I want to talk to you about how to increase your job security. Now, we live in uncertain times, and whether you're going through a difficult time in your job right now or things are going very well, I think it's very important for us all to understand how we can always maintain our job security. So what I want to do is share 6 proven strategies with you today that can help you in good times and in bad times when it comes to maintaining your job and doing everything you can to achieve your career goals. So let's jump into it right now. The first strategy we want to employ when we want to maintain job security in our current position or pursue job security in a future position is to be resilient, adaptable, flexible, and thoughtful. Now, these are 4 highly sought after skills that most companies and organizations seek. Now, let's talk about all 4 of these skills, starting with resilience. Now, in order to be resilient, that means being able to bounce back when times are tough. Now, you might be facing a difficult circumstance in your current position right now. Perhaps there are economic issues that are affecting your company's bottom line. Perhaps you have internal issues with other employees that are causing tension or strife. Maybe internally you are actually having a difficulty in your own personal life that is making it difficult every single day when you go to the office or when you try and make a sales call or anything to that extent. But being resilient, maintaining that type of mentality and approach is so strategic and intentional, and it enables you in order to overcome obstacles that are placed before you. Now, being adaptable is being able to adjust to new or novel environments, and we have that happening on a constant basis. When you think about how rapidly our economy is shifting, how quickly technology is advancing, we need to be able to adapt in certain circumstances in order to meet the moment of our time, whether that's in our current position, in our current vocation, or if we're looking at something that's different outside in the economic realm that we need to meet the moment at. So when I think about being adaptable, I think about how can I adjust my own approach on a day-to-day basis in order to meet the needs of my clients, my customers, and most importantly, meet the goals of my organization. Now, being flexible is different than being adaptable. To be flexible, it means you're willing to wear different hats. So there might be changes transpiring in your company right now. And if you are able to take on new responsibilities, adjust your approach when it comes to how you're going to actually pursue your day-to-day activities, and be willing to take on new tasks, it enables you to show value and worth to your employer, but also to your customers. And that is so critical because, once again, things are changing on a rapid basis right now. And if you're able to be flexible and be willing to take on new tasks, it really shows how valuable you are and how willing you are to meet the moment and meet the needs of your company to achieve the goals that you have already set before yourself, so that way everyone can be successful and you can maintain your position, and not just maintain your position, but thrive in your position, exceed your expectations, and also learn new skills and adapt to those environments that allow you to be successful. All right, and being thoughtful is to be respectful, intentional, and communicative with your employees, with your customers, or with your boss. It's really important for you to maintain a very intentional, thoughtful approach when you're pursuing day-to-day life. And all of these skills transcend whatever environment you're in right now. Like I said before, if you're currently experiencing a challenging time in the marketplace right now for your company, these skills are important. If you're in a thriving time for your company, these skills are important. It is always important to be very thoughtful and intentional and mindful of what is happening in your employees, what's happening with your colleagues, what is happening with your supervisor, and what is happening with your customer. And I believe it's important, the more thoughtful that you are, the better set and better positioned you are to not only demonstrate value to your company, but also to demonstrate the type of worth where they don't ever want to lose you. So I really believe that being thoughtful is a great mental approach to take when you're actually in the marketplace, but also on a deeper personal level and almost a spiritual level, we really should value one another. When I say the word creative, you might say, well, Zach, I'm not artistic. Zach, I'm not someone who creates things. What I am saying in the word creative is it's not an artistic phrase. What I'm referring to is you're willing to find creative and unique solutions to the problems that you're currently facing in the marketplace. So if you are able to demonstrate creative thinking to meet the moment, it enables you to demonstrate value to your employer, value to your employees, value to your customers or your constituents, because you are doing everything you can to be creative in finding solutions to problems that other people are facing. So I believe this is a critical strategy that we should employ when it comes to maintaining ourselves in the marketplace. And once again, this is when times are good and when times are bad. If you are maintaining critical thinking processes and trying to come up with solutions that are outside of the box, that are unique and something that other people might not think of, it enables you to demonstrate substantial value to your employer. So I really believe this is an important strategy that all of us should work to maintain. All right, a third strategy we want to maintain when it comes to pursuing job security in the marketplace when times are good and when times are bad is to be a lifelong learner. Now, this is a very important mental approach that we should adopt on an ongoing basis. If we're able to pursue education on a daily basis and we're wanting to thrive in our environments, that really creates a unique circumstance for all of us to maintain. I can think about this personally. When I graduated college, there was so much emotion and energy that went out when it came into obtaining that graduation that I didn't really want to pursue additional education because of how exhausted I was. But after a few months, I realized, my goodness, I need to continue to adapt and adjust my educational experience to the environment that I'm currently in. So then I continued to take higher education courses beyond my original college degree. I pursued additional vocational specific credentials so that way I could actually advance in the marketplace. And I believe this is something that all of us should do. Not only does it allow us to grow and thrive from a financial perspective because we become more valued, we develop new skills, and we meet the moment of the economy, and we meet the moment for our employer or for our employees. But what we do when we pursue lifelong learning is we really are expanding our ability to enjoy and thrive in life. And when it comes to lifelong learning, you might want to focus on the skills you have not developed yet. Although it's very important to enhance ourselves in the areas where we already are strong, it's also helpful for us to have a well-rounded portfolio of skills and abilities that are actually marketable in the marketplace. That way, if for some reason you do face a challenging circumstance with your current employment, you're able to pivot, adjust, and go to another place because you have the skills that are marketable. So from that perspective, I would consider looking at areas in your current vocation. How can you expand on that by developing additional skills that will not only enhance your current role, but enable you to have the flexibility if time comes where you want to pursue a different position. So I really believe lifelong learning is a critical component to maintaining job security because you're never becoming stagnant, you're always growing, and that will help you to be sharper, more focused, more diligent, and more productive in your current position, and also will make you more marketable in the future so that way other companies, other opportunities, other vocations will then be open to you. All right, the fourth strategy we want to employ in order to maintain job security in good times and in bad times is to just get things done, to be solutions oriented. And this is very important because we can come up with the most strategic vision, the biggest plan, the best PowerPoint, whatever it might be, that clearly casts how we want to accomplish all of our goals. But if we simply just talk about everything but never actually do anything about it, that doesn't demonstrate value or worth to our employers or to our companies, to our shareholders, to our constituents, our customers, whoever you are trying to assist in your current vocation. So if you're able to be the person that your boss can look to, your board of directors can look to, your customers can look to, they can turn to this person and say, this person gets things done, that's the person who they never want to dispense. That's the person who they always want to come to. I can speak to this personally. When I was first began my vocational career as a teenager, I realized that I did not necessarily have the most experience, the most knowledge, or greatest understanding of the current environment that I was in, but I knew that if I worked diligently and did everything I can to be the person that could get things done, no matter how challenging it was, because I was going to be creative, adaptable, flexible, and try and do everything I can to be the person that gets things done, that would demonstrate value. And then when times hit, we had a recession that hit, the employer had to let others go, but they looked at me and said, you know what, we're going to keep Zach on because we know that he's the one who's going to get things done no matter what it takes. So in that same vein, I would strongly encourage you to be that type of person. And once again, these are strategies you want to use when times are good and times are bad. It's one thing to just pivot once times are bad and say, okay, now I'm going to get everything done. But you really need to demonstrate over the long haul that you are this type of individual because it's really the character that you're showing and demonstrating that you're bringing value and worth on a daily basis, no matter what the circumstances are. So if you can be a get things done, solutions-oriented person, it's going to help you significantly in the marketplace and allow you to be successful, to maintain your position, to achieve your goals. All right, the fifth strategy we want to use when it comes to maintaining job security in the marketplace when times are good and when times are bad is to continue networking. Now, networking is a very important social skill that all of us should develop whenever the times are good and whenever the times are bad. And that is because you never know what opportunities might present themselves and whatever experiences you might not have considered are out there. So I believe continuing to network is a very important skill. And you might be able to do this in person, attending certain meetings. You might be able to do this online on sites like LinkedIn LinkedIn, but what you might want to consider is the more that you can network, the more that you're once again able to expand your knowledge, enhance your social skills, enable yourself to see what is out there, but also most importantly, it really helps you expand your horizons and become a more well-rounded individual, because once again, you're able to demonstrate all of your social skills, all of your marketing skills, all of your capabilities when you're continuing to navigate the interesting circumstances that we find ourselves in our economic environment. And when you're able to interact with other people, you will hear their stories, hear their experiences, glean from them, learn from them, and also help them as well, because there are other people out there who might need assistance, and when you're able to give them a helping hand, that also brings enhancement and joy to your life. So I believe continuing to navigate the waters that we find ourselves in when times are good and times are bad, by continuing to network, it really provides a little bit of a safety net, but also a community of people who can pour into us and try and help us navigate whatever circumstances we might find ourselves years down the road. All right, the sixth strategy that we want to use when it comes to maintaining job security in the marketplace is to be empathetic in everything that you do. Now, this is a very critical skill. It's an emotional skill that all of us should really work on developing. From a human perspective, we never know what kind of challenges our employees, our employers, our customers, our constituents are facing. So if we are able to bring empathy and understanding to them, whether they're facing a great experience or a challenging experience, we're able to demonstrate understanding and that we care for them. And this is something that you want to develop authentically. I'm not just saying, hey, be empathetic so that way you can be successful vocationally, but it's really a skill that we should all maintain and develop because it enhances our human experience. When we are empathetic, we are demonstrating that we care for others, that we value others, and that we really believe in others. And my experience has been that the more we value and show worth to others, the more people will value and show worth to us. So if you're able to do that in the marketplace, you will be less expendable. You will be the type of person that people want to maintain around, not only because you have great work ethic, because you're flexible and adaptable, because you bring creative ideas to certain situations, but also because you're an empathetic, understanding person that people want to have around. And also, I believe the more understanding and empathetic we are, the more interested we can become in trying to bring solutions to certain problems. So if you're able to do that, it's a great skill to maintain. It really enhances your overall experience and also enhances the experience on a day-to-day basis of your colleagues, of your employer, of your employees, and whoever else you're working with and interacting with on a daily basis. So I really believe if you bring empathy into everything that you do, it will not only make you successful from a vocational perspective, but will really enhance your overall experience in the workplace. So I hope that this last step really plays a role in helping to maintain a different mentality the next day you go into the office, the next time you go on that sales call, the next time you interact with a customer or constituent. Try and be as empathetic as possible and show understanding, care, and worth to them. With all that being said, thank you very much for watching the video. If you wouldn't mind liking the video, it would actually really help the channel for the YouTube algorithm and help other people see this who might need to hear this type of message. In addition, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, feel free to comment down below. I'd love to interact with you and answer any questions that you might have. In addition, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, that would really mean a lot to me. I'm going to continue to create videos that I hope will bring value and worth to your life, so feel free to subscribe so that way you can see those videos when they get notified and when I post them on a regular basis. So once again, I really thank you for taking the time to watch this video today, and I hope you have a wonderful remainder of your day. Until next time.